Well, you use it, Bernard de la Carney, All-American. Tom, you're not an American. You use that star, Captain America, or Spider-Man, or Fantastic Four, Superman, comics, Bernard. The premise on comics is just about the same, if not more powerful, than religion or atheism and science. So what's the point you're trying to prove? If you're trying to prove one, then you have to be able to accept the other one, Bernard, because that's all a part of our culture. When you don't accept one over the other, it means you have an agenda towards it, attached with it, a motive and an intent. So when you apply that to the real world, Bernard, and then you try to explain this proof and truth with Dave and Perlita. Dave and Perlita is the Messiah, or John's the Messiah. It belonged to Steve Jones. It belonged to this here. Swap back forth. Come on, drunkard Bernard, the blue boy boxes. I'm homosexual, and then Ellery, homosexual. No, they show you guys women existed. Why do you think those women, like Superwoman and some of those Marvel comic girls, Wolverine, How do you think those women feel when they're trying to assert their independence and leadership role in the world, Bernard de la Carney, when your obsession is with Perlita or Kim or Bailey or, see how sick that is? Twisted Carney Circus? Schwartz is in the Imes. First you guys like them, then you guys don't. As long as you guys get what you wanted out, and then you guys don't. The premise is the same, Bernard. You can't have this big verdict of truth. Well, we want to be atheists, we'll use comic books and dump it in, and everybody's all fucked up and deformed and shit. Mutant. And then you guys go around, it takes practice, Tom. Well, what if people didn't want that, Perlita? Because we had jobs to perform. So we could get the next phase of the stage done, and we can't do that now since you're experimenting. Maybe you'll find out what that man and that woman feels like. Because they might have had an ideal, but you got turned away from it. Well, you guys think it's funny, Brian, but I'm telling you, the elderly, again, those families that have done this for a while, that believe in the Vatican or the Israelis, the retirees, you guys are getting your ass walloped by them. And if they were actually being able to perform the task once, they already know they can do it again. Whether it's based upon a comic book, then they had comic books with guess who in it. They have the big black one. They have the living water. So more and more you guys make fun of the elderly and some of their children that help. You guys get walloped. David, I'm telling you, your assertion for being the Messiah with Perlita in the future, or John, or whatever that Harry and them are trying to do with the Christian party, is not going to be accepted too well. Especially if you want to go into space with NASA or whatever, even if the triangle stuff. You know why they had problems with that in the beginning, David, with that same group of men? Because it was already evolved technology, and it already knew the group of them were full of shit.